Hey fam, welcome back to Ski Geeks. This is your boy Will Call, hollering at you, and I'm so glad to be back with you. My boy John Michael, he is down actually at Dave's Comics down in Fayetteville, Georgia today, and literally while we're speaking. And so I wanted to get ahead and have something out to the fam, to you guys, because it's been a week, it's been 7 days, and so I wanted to have a product for you. But we will have something with John Michael uh, probably tomorrow, because I know he's anxious to show you guys what he's picked up either from Days or what he's gotten in from Mail Call, which is the subject of this show today, is about the mail call that I've received. And so not just from eBay, but big shout outs to one of my favorite comic book vendors online, Golden Apple Comics. The mother load of these are from Golden Apple Comics in Los Angeles, and also one of my favorite vendors called G-Mart out of Chicago. But the mother load of these books are from Golden Apple, and then a few um, from eBay, and one from G-Mart. But G-Mart, what is I love about G-Mart is the fact that they usually have um, a lot of the high ratio variants that at a pretty reasonable cost. I mean, sometimes you'll pay up, but a lot of times, sometimes you can find them at a pretty reasonable price if you're searching around. So I recommend using Gmart as well out of Chicago. Uh, that's one of the places that I use. So that brings me to this first book, which I have to take the tag off, or the front of it off, for this Black Adam #2, with this new character for Black Adam, who will take over as Black Adam, at least in the comic books. And Christopher Priest is the writer on this. I have not read, no, I read the first book. And so if you know what the first book, why this guy here is the carries the mantle of Black Adam next. It carries on because of what goes on in issue #1 of this newest Black Adam series. So, yeah, it's a good read. And Priest, as always, does a fantastic job. And Priest has been on comics since Milestone days in the early 90s. So you can't go wrong with Christopher Priest as a writer. He was the guy who did the volume 2 of Black Panther, of which a lot of the characters that we know of, the Dora Milaje and Agent, I can't think of his name right now, the agent to who goes to Wakanda, who's injured, and Wakanda folks, they save him in the first Black Panther movie. I just can't think of his name right now. Please forgive me. And I'll put the name in the subtitles. But regardless of, Christopher Priest has been around for years and has been doing it well. So moving forward, I'm talking too much because I got a small but somewhat decent sized pile I need to move through. So these came from Golden Apple. Now this is the Golden Apple mail pile books. This is Black Adam #3 that I got from them, and then Star Wars Bounty Hunters #26. So this book here that I'm about to show you was one that I could not find in the comic book store on regular days, on Wednesday comic book day. They were all sold out by the time I got there. So I went to Golden Apple, and this is the main primary reason why I went to Golden Apple. But not only did I get one, I paid for two, but they gifted me with five. So that's one of the reasons why I'm really shouting out to Golden Apple, because they gave me many copies of this cover with Raven. Oh, I'm sorry, Reva, who was in the latest of Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan Star Wars show. And so this is a major key and also a major cover to obtain with Reva on the cover. So I'm just blessed that they gifted me with five. All right, pressing on. I will skip this one because that was not from Golden Apple, but this one is, and I cannot think of the name of this. I have to look at this one with this book here. Let's look real quick. How about we open it up real fast so that way I can get you what it is and I won't have to dig through it later on. This is called Mindset. It's called Mindset. And I know this looks like a David Mack cover. And the name is on the back, Mindset. And I just wanted to, I got to read it and see what it's like. And I'll tell you about it the next time we meet or when I'm with John Michael. I'll read it tonight and I'll get it out to you guys so far as what this book is all about. But I love the cover, and Mac has been one of my favorites for a long time. So moving forward with Action Comics number 1046, Lucio Perillo cover. And there are, no, I'm sorry, correction. This is a Lee Bermejo cover. This is a Lee Bermejo cover on Action Comics 1046. And Lee Bermejo, as always, smashing. But there are some Perillo covers in the pile here that I'm going to show you. But this is Lee Bermejo for 1046 of Action Comics. And then we got a Souza Maika on this Catwoman number 46. Catwoman number 46 here by Souza Maika cover. And I believe this is one of the last ones she did or she does in the series of the Catwoman covers that she's done for Catwoman. I think it's one of the closeout covers. Gorgeous job by Souza Maika, as always. And then we've got Ghost Rider number 4. And I think this is a second print variant. This is a second printing variant, which I love that. I just wanted to have that as Johnny Blaze turns into the Ghost Rider on this cover. Just the transitions are beautiful and the artwork is amazing. And then we've got this Star Wars Hyperspace Stories by Dark Horse. This is the only one that now that Marvel, for the most part, owns Star Wars, but they allow Dark Horse. They have a working relationship or cooperation with Dark Horse for this Hyperspace series. These are both number ones, both covers of Star Wars Hyperspace. And I believe this is somewhat related. No, actually, this is Obi-Wan on the cover. So, oh yeah, because this is these are the droids. These are Count Dooku's droids on the cover. So yeah, this is during the Obi-Wan phase and Count Dooku and his droids. So then we've got Avengers from the latest one, number 59 on this cover here. I haven't read this yet, but I'm looking forward. Obviously, we got a Spider-Man or Spider-Verse cover on this Avengers number 59. And this is a Beyond Amazing Variant Edition. That's what they call it, a Beyond Amazing Variant Edition. And as you see in the upper left corner, called Beyond Amazing. Okay, then we've got this Nubia, Queen of the Amazons number 3. And I believe this is an Art Germ variant, if I'm getting because it looks like an Art Germ cover. And Stanley Art Germ Lau is the full name of the artist that we've got here on this cover. Smashing it always with the Nubia. Then we've got going into Philadelphia by Rodney Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander. They look the same, but they're a little different based upon you've got here the little banner on this one here. You got the banner at the top, and of course you got the shading. This one here is more the silver grade or black and white-ish cover. And so that is Philadelphia number 24. And then we've got Darth Vader number 26 on this cover. And I don't know who the artist is on this one, but I believe this is the A cover on Darth Vader 26. And then we've got Action Comics 1046 again, but this is the summer swimsuit of Supergirl on 1046. Now, the first one I showed you again was that Lee Bermejo cover earlier, but this is a summer swim, what do they call it? Swimsuit variant of Kara. All righty. Got 2 copies of that. And again, I said, Golden Apple blessed me. I didn't buy 2. It blessed me with another of that. And then we've got this DC versus Vampires All Out War #2, where you got Wonder Woman with vampire teeth and a little bit of drool of blood there. I love this variant as well. Another swimsuit variant. And then I'm loving these Harley Quinn Batman homage covers. Again, I think we talked about this on the last video with the Robin, the introduction of Robin on the cover. Not the first appearance of Robin, but the first cover appearance of Robin tribute, which would be, I think, Batman #38, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm sorry, Detective Comics #38, which is, this is a throwback too with this Harley Quinn cover. And then I've got, when this was also sold out to the comic book shop, this first print of 8 Billion Genies #4. And if you're not tracking, 8 Billion Genies is very, very hot. It's been optioned for a movie, and the concept of the movie is if every person on the planet was assigned a genie and everyone received one wish, and the chaos or the world order post the granting of one wish for 8 billion people, not million, 8 billion people on the planet. Therefore, the title 8 Billion Genies. And it's been optioned for a movie or a Netflix. I believe it's on Netflix, has been optioned for. And I'm looking forward to see what comes out of it. And Charles Soule is the writer. Soul or Soule, however you want to pronounce it, however he pronounces, I'm not quite sure. But he's been kicking butt. And if you're not tracking, he also is a strong writer for novels in Star Wars. He did a kick butt series on Daredevil a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago. And he's just a very talented writer. Get this book. The first print of 8 Billion Genies is hard to find, if you're going to find it at all. Especially the A cover, and there's also a cover that looks like the first Mario Brothers. It's a yellow background with a genie, flying like the first Mario Brothers game cover. That one's pricey. That one will run you probably about $800 for that Mario Brothers variant of 8 Billion Genies. If you find it, more power to you. I'm not going to spend $800 on it, but it is a nice cover. It's I think it's Megan Hutchinson is the artist on that cover, and she just kicks butt on that one. And yeah, I didn't get in while it was a little early, but that's okay. I'm not mad about not getting it. So, and then again, Golden Apple, they blessed me with 3 copies of this other 1046 Action Comics 1046 variant. This one is by Lucio Perillo. As I said, there is a Lucio Perillo cover, and they gifted me with 3. And I think I paid for 2, but they gave me 1 more out of this one. So shout outs to Golden Apple for the amazing gifts. And again, I've done a lot of business with them, and I'm just glad that they are willing to do something nice for me, at least on this shipment. And thank you, Golden Apple. All right, so this variant here of Venom, #1, the Bill Sienkiewicz cover of Venom. This is not an easy one to find. I paid up a little bit for this one in this Golden Apple shipment, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a horrible price, but as you can see, this cover is just plain gorgeous. If you can find it, and I'm not sure what volume of Venom this is, but again, just a gorgeous cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. And everyone knows Bill Sienkiewicz he's just been smashing the covers and artwork, of course, from Moon Knight to countless things. Also, some things in Milestone, as we talked about before. He and Dennis Cowan have collaborated on things in Milestone. Sienkiewicz is a giant, and his creativity is boundless. If you don't know, do some research on Bill Sienkiewicz, and you'll enjoy what you see. The New Mutants work, I mean, it's just so much. There's just volumes of work from him that I want to come back to this one because it is a golden apple, but I want to put it and group it with another book that will come up later on. So now I'm going into the eBay books. And this one here is Miles Morales Spider-Gwen cover. This is Miles Morales number 38. And Miles and Gwen have been kicking it for a long time. If you're tracking the Miles story, he and Gwen have been trading stories, and even from the movie with Enter the Spider-Verse with Miles, Gwen is in that movie, and so they've been friends for a long time. And so the saga continues in this volume with issue number 38. And then we've got some more eBay books. And this is from the World War Hulk series that came out probably in 2006, I believe, 2006 or 7. And so this is issue number, Incredible Hulk number. Where are you on the number on this? I'm covering it up. Number 108. And it's written by Greg Pak. So that's 108. And then I've got, the tape is sticking together, of course, so forgive me, guys. Okay, 108, 107. This is out of order. 107, 108, 107, and this was 108. So I'll put this in reverse order, and I'll put that there. And I thought I had them separated. This is 109, I know for sure. And this is probably only going to garner maybe a 7, 7.5 because of all the smudging down the seam on the spine and also on the interior. And also this smudging all around. I don't know if I can get that cleaned out of there, or I probably just have to work to find another copy because it's probably about a 770 cover right here. It won't grade high because of all the smudging. And then the final wrap up in 110 right here for the World War Hulk, when Hulk begins to take his revenge for the heroes of the Earth, sending him away from off the planet to do battle on, as you've seen the She-Hulk series, why Bruce is on that ship traveling out to outer space. It's related to the World War Hulk series, where just like you saw in the Thor, the next to the last Thor, when he was Gladiator Hulk right here, where the world's hero sent him away from the planet Earth. And he had a whole gladiator adventure, as you've seen from the Thor movie. Well, there's unfinished business, as you've seen in the She-Hulk show now, that he's going to take care of in outer space again, voluntarily, as opposed to being exiled by Earth's heroes. But this time he's got some vengeance or whatever unfinished business that he's got to take care of in outer space. Okay, going back to Harley Quinn, the homage covers again. And this is an homage to Batman #1. As opposed to Robin, we've got Harley in the place of Robin on this cover. And I also love just the fact that if you get a copy of this, the natural aging smudges and things like that, it's part of even the process. The book looks older than what it is, but it's just they digitized the aging of this. They didn't make this a pure cover. I mean, even in the corners here, there's smudges, like where the corners are faded. I love that they've done that to try to age the look of the book. Okay, and the last Lucio Perillo Action Comics number 1045, another eBay book, but I wanted to get these Lucio Perillo covers for Action Comics, of which Lucio is always good. He's known for Red Sonja covers and also Vampirella covers, more so the Vampirella covers, but also Red Sonja by Dynamite Comics. Those in particular, the Vampirella and Vampirella Strikes covers he did. I think it was probably, he started doing them in probably 2000, I want to say 13 or 14, something like that, when he started doing those Vampirella covers. And those covers are very valuable. Now you're going to pay probably about 40 to 50 bucks raw per book now on those Vampirella Strikes that Lucio, Lucio, Lucio Perillo, Parillo, Perillo, amazing painter. But his covers, sick, just ridiculously good. And okay, so we're going to wrap this up pretty shortly. So going into, as you see, the Sandman TV show, Netflix TV show, the variant of Morpheus, and of course over my left shoulder you see the other Sandman related books with Death and Corinthian. Those books I didn't remove from the last. And they're just some of my favorites. But anyway, these are from the Netflix show. And I just watched and completed the series, all 11 shows. I enjoyed that show immensely. It is so well done, as well as, and if you're not tracking, there's an audio series, an Audible series of Sandman, which is more closely related to the comic books. There are some mild departures on the TV show from the comic books, not greatly departed, but there are some departures from how they want to tell a television show, how you depict things visually on the show versus in a comic book, and also versus an audio telling as well. But all of them stay pretty much true to the main theme of Sandman, and you will enjoy it immensely, as I have. I'm really looking forward to the renewing of season 2, and that Netflix gets their money back. As I was watching an interview with Neil Gaiman the other day, how much money they spent into that show. I really hope they recoup it, because it's worth watching it. Give it a view. And it is not your regular superhero thing. These are things that delve into the psyche of humanity, as well as spirituality and some dabblings of religion. You can mix it all with religion, spirituality, and psychological all together. It's a great pie, stew pie that you will really enjoy chewing on with your mind. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my next three last books. This came in today. I bought this on Amazon. Uncanny Avengers, the hip hop cover. Uncanny Avengers #1 hip hop cover. I just had to have this one. It was very cheap. It was like $3.50, and so why not buy it? $3.50. But I think it's a little cheaper than even cover price even back then. Yeah, because it was $4.99 back then. So I paid $1 less today. I had to pay for the shipping, but regardless of, great deal and great find on Amazon. And then going into my man that we talked about last week in the last show with Hobie Brown, the Spider Punk. I can't think of the name of the artist. I'm seeing it here. It's a Japanese artist and it starts with a T, but it escapes me right now. And I'll put it in this. I'll put it into the subtitles again. But I love this cover. This was pricey. I had to step up for this one. This ain't no cheap book here. And if you buy it graded, you definitely find it's not cheap at all. But I had to get it, and I just regret not buying it on this book when I saw it available on Golden Apple and a few other sites when it was, I think it was came out of the gate at like 60 or 70 bucks before it even came out. Because I surely didn't pay 60 or 70 bucks for it. I had to step up quite a bit for this one, about $100 more to get it now. And this book has only been out for like 2 or 3 months. So yeah. Anyway, And finally, last book from that series, Spider-Punk #2, the same artist. And I didn't pay anywhere near for #2 what I paid for #1. So that's the pile and that's the list. And we are keeping this, we've kept this pretty brief. And I'm looking at the time, I feel pretty proud that we kept this brief today. And I'm really looking forward to spending time with John Michael on the next show as he shows us what he has in his collection, and we can shoot the poop together and share you guys with some of our wisdom and the fun that we have in this hobby. I hope that we are electrifying your senses to want to participate in the hobby and find out not just for the beautiful artwork, but the stories that are involved as well, because they create amazing shows like Netflix. You have amazing writers like Neil Gaiman and Alan Moore and what's my man, Jason Aaron, and tons more of persons I just kind of like breezed through with these books. But you've got amazing artists and writers out there right now who are creating fantastic products for you to enjoy. And just think about it. These are like high value pieces of art that you hold in your hand. They've been mass produced to make it a little more affordable for you, which is what the some people used to call comic books the poor man's art. And in a way it is, because the fact, or poor man's literature, because it's been mass produced. Well, thank God for it, because those who couldn't afford to buy that much or that quality of art from those artists, thank God that it's been made into a product that we can purchase and enjoy. It also give back some money to those guys who are putting out these products. And so I encourage you, join the hobby. And if you're so inspired, hell, even pick up a pen and even draw some for yourself or write some for yourself. I know I am. And one of the episodes I'm going to come up pretty soon, I'm going to share some of the things that I've been writing so some of the things I've been writing. I've got a Matrix story about Morpheus that I've been chewing on for a few years. So I'll probably share that with you guys pretty soon. And so I'm going to get ready to sign out. And as always, please, if you enjoy the show, like and subscribe to our show. We'd love to have you and be a part of the 2SkeGEEKS family. And as always, stay 2SkeGeeked up, and we're out. Peace.